No, it's doing it again, guys. Why is it doing this? Oh, hang on a second, guys. Apparently, I cannot figure out the EOS utility. Should be good now. Hang on. There we go. Welcome, friends. Jameson will be right back. Can you hear it? Does the sound okay?
I'm watching ads.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
You
forgot.
sell out?
I'm sorry. That's how I make some money. That's how I feed my buns. Let me know, guys, if it is too bright, too dark, sound is okay, all that. Let me know. I have a bunny with me today. Hello. It is nice to see everybody. I was going... Okay, cool, guys. Thank you. I was going to do a video this week, but it didn't end up working out. I was just kind of something that I was like kind of throwing together, and I don't know. It was one of those things where I look back at all the footage. Hang on, I gotta turn my air conditioner off because that's gonna be loud. Okay, sorry about that. It was one of those things where I filmed all of the footage, and at the very end of it, I just wasn't very pleased, I guess, with it. And because it was going to be like, coccidiosis, ear mites, fur mites, that kind of thing with rabbits, like how I handle it. But then when I got into it, I was like talking and I was talking and I was talking and I was talking. And then I realized that coccidiosis should probably just be its own video, and ear mites, I don't feel comfortable showing that without actually having like a rabbit as an example for you guys. And I don't, which is both a good problem and a bad problem. Well, I mean, I guess that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because I can't show you guys the problem, but I don't have the problem. So I don't know. I guess that's a good thing. So Logan, I will do another vlog style video for sure. That's probably going to be one of my next videos. So you do. I am so sorry. Is it ear mites or fur mites? Because I might actually ask you to send me some photos of that for a video or something, or even video footage or whatever. Ear mites. Okay. Well, get back to me on that. I might actually be interested in taking footage from you if you wouldn't mind that. So, my husband, thank you. I looked at that and I was like, am I going to have to block somebody? That's my husband. Yes, I am going to convention. I will be there with creme de argents and silver foxes. So that is going to be really fun. I have a creme de argent with me right now. She's getting ready to jump off the couch. So
Creme de argent is a really weird way of saying husband, but we also have a rabbit too.
Hang on. Let me get her. She's really cute, you guys.
What's up, y'all?
Look at her. Look at you. She is so cute. Isn't she cute? She is so precious. She's a little junior creme de argent. She is Cassia's daughter, Peter's daughter. Peter's no longer here. He is in Michigan. I think he went to Michigan. But yeah, she's super cute. I am so happy about her. Her name is Vanilla, and she's gonna be sticking around for a little bit. Actually, I'll just leave her right there. I will leave her right here because I don't mind. I do not mind holding a bun.
Daisy says, what did you end up naming the rabbit from your story the other day? You have a lot of stories, so I'm not sure which one she's referring to.
No, that was the buck, and that was out of Clove and Peter, so it's her half-brother. And honestly, I haven't named him. My favorite suggestion was Brulee, but we've already had a Brulee. So I don't know. I don't know what to name him. There was a lot of good suggestions there. And honestly, I kind of got so busy that I just didn't get a chance to shout them out. And I'm so sorry about that. So Kristen, don't get in trouble at work.
I just like to point out that I love how it's abbreviated WTF. That is... That makes my day.
Oh, yeah, she purposely did that. Actually, Topaz...
committed to the joke.
Topaz was probably my favorite name suggestion, just because I have a list of name like on my phone. I just have like a list of a whole bunch of names like in my rabbits notes thing, and Topaz was one of them. So congrats, it's already on there. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you, James.
That is so awesome. Thank you for the super chat. That's very nice of you, and I am so grateful. Daisy May says, I voted for Ace. Ace is a good name. It is a good name. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so weird about names. And like vanilla isn't something that I would normally name a rabbit, but like she's a little vanilla. She's a lighter creme de argent. So, and lately, the last day or two, my Silver Fox group will attest to this, but I am just obsessed with creme de argents and like improving the group and whatnot because they are just so lesser known. And I'm trying to like figure out something to like kind of work on that a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. Guess another hobby is my friend Holly.
Lori says...
Oh, wait. Did you skip her?
Who did I skip?
Yes, another hobby. That is Holly. She says, when are the goats coming? The baby goat pics are such a tease. So cute. The baby goats are coming Halloween weekend. I'm very, very excited about it because Halloween is my birthday.
Literally, Halloween is her birthday.
It is. It's going to be my birthday. I mean, it is my birthday, but like we get the goats, I think, on the 30th. I think it just, it's not like set in stone yet, but more than likely that's when we're going to be getting them. So I'm very excited about it.
You named him Croissant. That makes me so happy.
She did. She named him Croissant, and I actually sent her pedigree. Like I was able to like edit the pedigree for her, so it was Croissant on the pedigree. I love it.
We'll just throw names out there, and sometimes they just end up sticking. So I'm glad.
I am very excited for the baby goats. They're going to be so much fun.
Lori says, hi, my kids and I are watching you on our TV. You're on TV. You made it.
Whoa. Hi.
How is your broken Silver Fox doing? I saw the broken the other day. Seemed
Zara,
pretty chill.
Yeah, she's very chill. And I actually bred her last month. She should be due in like, it's less than a week, I think now. Should be due. And honestly, guys, I don't think that she took, but she could surprise me. So I'm going to like write it out as if she is pregnant. But I really I'm doubtful at this point. But we will see. And honestly, too, like, I do want a litter out of Zara. But that's kind of an idea. And I've not even talked to you about this. Not that you really care much about it. But like, I've actually been toying around with the idea of possibly, and I don't know, don't freak out, but possibly selling out on my Silver Fox varieties and just doing blacks so I can focus more on creme de argents, because as it is right now, they are such a threatened breed, and I just really want to help more with that. And it's something that I've really been seriously considering after thinking about today. So, you know, Raja might be sold, and Zara in the future. I'm not really sure. She will either go back to where I got her or back to original breeder. But anyway, I'm not really sure yet. I do want a litter of brokens because I think it would be super fun. But that is what is up with that. Bazaar's doing really, really well. And I'll let you guys know. Like on Instagram, I'll post stories if she actually does have babies. So yeah, we'll see.
Elsie wants to know if you will do an updated rabbit tour.
Rabbit tour, like in the rabbitry, like the hutches and whatnot. I feel like you guys see them in like every single video. So I don't often think like they want to see it again, I guess. And I know I just did like the garage too, which is, there's also a rabbit area in there as well, where I'm keeping a couple of creme de argent bucks. So I guess I didn't really think about it. I mean, maybe in my next vlog, which it's looking more likely, instead of doing like the coccidiosis ear mite thing, it's looking like it more likely will be a vlog at this point. So yeah. Yes, Holly, I am going to convince you and everybody in the group to get into creme de argents. We need them. We need more of them. There's too many people that don't care. Like it's so unfortunate.
Nikki Renee says hello from Wisconsin. Hello from Indiana.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. There's 2 people from Wisconsin that I know about.
Like how you have the cheese emoji right next to that.
Well, every time I say Indiana, I put a corn.
I was gonna say, like, what do we have to our name besides corn? Corn and manufacturing and auto industry, and yeah, so agriculture and the auto industry apparently what we have going for us.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I always put the corn emoji though. I think it's funny.
Hello from Michigan. Well, where's your emoji?
Yeah, what is Michigan's emoji? Put up an emoji of the state that you're in. I want to know.
Emoji that best describes the state.
Even if you're in Indiana, if you have a different idea other than like corn, I want to see it.
Michigan. I don't know. I mean, if there was a lake emoji, I suppose that would fit.
Also, if you would like to know, I'm drinking water tonight because I'm not. I had coffee earlier and it was like it was spicy. Like, yes, it was spicy coffee, but and I don't want any more. But Jameson's got decaf right now.
Elsie is from Fish Fries or Fish and Chips. New England?
That would be interesting.
I want to say New England.
You guys, look how chill. I am so happy. She's like my second generation. And like, I've not been selling my creams really. I've been like culling most of them because of quality. But like for the first time ever, I have this little one where I'm just like, oh my gosh, she has like the perfect personality. She's so sweet. I'm so happy about it. And she's got a pretty nice body type too. She's lacking a little bit in that height that I like to see, but she looks really, really nice. And I like her coloring.
We got Logan from Arkansas with a boar, I believe, or a Nidorino. I'm not sure. Well, here's food for thought. Either Arkansas or Kansas is saying their name wrong. Discuss.
Oh, yeah. Arkansas.
And while you do that, we have Lexi from Australia. Turtles, interesting choice. I'd like to hear the story behind the turtles. I would think of, I don't know, kangaroo or spiders. But maybe that's a little bit stereotypical. It's just I heard a story of where a lot of kids in elementary school down there have to check their shoes after having them off for a while to look for any critters or snakes or spiders. Like it's like I heard that it's a drill.
I pulled out because when I brought her in, she's only like, I think she's like 8, maybe almost 10 weeks old. But she has little needle claws. So before I started the live, I was clipping her little nails off. But when I went out there to get my nail clippers, it's in the garage area. I pulled out my little box where I keep that stuff. There's definitely a spider living in there, and that terrifies me. It's like the whole situation where you see like the spider web, but then like you see like the tunnel, like you know what I'm talking about, like the spider web tunnel, and that really scared me, and I don't want to mess with that, so I just left it there. I don't want to mess with it.
Well, thank you again, James. Another $5,
so
10-pound grandson today. Wait a minute.
Congratulations.
Are you like officially a grandfather, or like
that's so
like
cool.
Is it another grandson?
Yay.
You said a new one, so did you have to like retire the other one?
Jameson.
Seriously though, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Also, 10 pounds is massive. I think I was 9 pounds as a baby, and I had like 3 chins. So
that's a big baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, fat and happy, fat healthy baby. Congrats.
Let's see. Somebody said up there, I saw like rabbit meat and pork mixed together makes good cheddar brats or something like that. So Jameson and I just started. Thank you, Ronan. Jameson and I just started grinding our rabbit meat. Like we're doing the whole deboning and then grinding method. We did, I think it was probably about 2.5 pounds of rabbit, and then we did 1 pound of bacon, and we ground it all together. And I made patties and I froze them, and like we just took them out the other day and we grilled them out. Oh my gosh. It was the best thing. Like it tasted so good. It was like a BLT burger. It was so amazing. You definitely got to try that though. We don't have like a big food grinder or meat grinder. I mean, like we just have like the it's like the KitchenAid meat grinder attachment, but it works really well for that kind of thing. So we're definitely going to be doing that a lot from now on. I did see somebody say, do I sell my rabbits? Yes, I do sell my rabbits, but I also cull my rabbits pretty hard. So not every rabbit is sold. Sometimes I don't sell any. With my last cream litter, I believe I sold one, and that's it. So yeah, I'm really like, I'm very big on like quality control. I'm definitely getting to the point where I feel a little bit more comfortable selling them. But yeah, so with the creams, that's one of the things, like I'm going to be talking about creams all night, guys, and I'm so sorry. But like they're just on my brain right now because of how much I have been talking about them in the last 24 hours. But so one of the reasons why I'm thinking about getting out of like the lilac and possibly broken like silver foxes is because I want to get another creme d'argent buck, and I want room to expand that whole thing. Because as of right now, I really don't feel comfortable selling most of my creams. There is a buck out in the garage that I'm considering selling or trying to sell. But for the most part, I don't feel super comfortable selling them yet. But we'll get there. We will definitely get there. Sorry, I go off on these really, really long tangents. I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, totally not a bad thing. So how many creams would you say that you have? I mean, I think we dispatched a whole bunch, so took the number down quite a bit. But I know you refilled that tractor real quick.
I have like, well, the creams that are currently staying, because I have like several babies, but I'm not going to count them. So I feel like we need to move the lens down a little bit.
Nah, we're good.
Okay. So we have Clove, who is a breeding doe. We have Cassia, who is a breeding doe. And then we have Vanilla now. She's living with Cassia right now. And I haven't decided if I'm going to take Cassia to convention or not. I think Vanilla is going to go to convention as a junior. And then we also have Dolce, who is my buck, my cream buck. And then I held back a buck from one of my last litters as well, and he's going to be bred to Cassia. At least I think. Like, I'm not super fond of his body type, I guess. I don't know. That's why I need to expand and whatnot. So we'll see. And then I also have like Cassia's little bucks, like her full brothers in the garage, and I'm considering keeping one of them too. I just don't know. I need creams to show at convention because they need more numbers. So I need creams to show at convention. So I'm just trying to hold back a whole bunch right now, I guess. But I really like Vanilla.
All right.
Did somebody ask about shipping?
Somebody asked about, do we mail rabbits? And I answered, but could you do a video on deboning rabbits?
No.
Patreon.
No, I can't. We're so bad at it.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to get there, okay? I got some practice.
It's really bad.
I figured out a way. Sorry. I figured out a way of deboning them the other day that would allow me to stuff them.
What?
They have a section. They have a section of the body down there near the loin, I guess, that has the skin flaps and whatever.
Yeah.
You can debone that and then flip the skin over after stuffing it, and then be able to like get rid of the spine that way. But I'd have to get better at it. I feel like my second attempt was better than my first. I got some brand new knives, so jumping at the chance to get some more practice in.
I have no qualms with you being the one that does it because I'm really, really bad at it. I watched a deboning tutorial, this was a long time ago. I mean, not a long time ago, but like probably several months ago. And I'm like, oh man, this guy's really good at it. He makes it look really easy. So then I tried to do it and it was like the worst thing ever. And then I watched the tutorial again and I was just like in anger. Like as I was watching this guy, I'm like angry at this guy. Like, how could he be this good at this?
It was a 5-minute video. We watched it on like 1.5 speed. And so it looked even more impressive, but it still is impressive about how elegantly the knife would go and deboning everything. And he kept the legs in, like the leg and the wing meat in, and he just cut the bones out. So at the very end, he just basically ripped the entire skeleton
it's like
out of the meat. And I'm like, I hate you.
It's talent. Like, you have to, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine you just are like automatically good at that. You have to have practice to do that. But yeah.
Definitely a lot of practice, but we do keep pumping them out. So I'll definitely have more rabbits to try in the future. But yeah, we made rabbit nuggets.
They're very good.
I felt like I didn't do a very good job. I was trying to emulate McDonald's style nuggets, and I then learned the difference between baking powder and baking soda after, and I feel like that was my problem.
What?
There's a difference between baking powder and baking soda.
What did you do?
Well, okay, so baking
soda is all like nasty and salty.
Baking soda requires that the mixture reacts with an acidic component. It's a leavening agent, right? And so it needs an acid to combine with it to, take effect. Baking powder, however, is a complete leavening agent, which means it has the acids and the leavening agent combined, so that way it reacts on its own. So I'll be using baking soda from now on if I want to get that sort of like fluffier breading around. But what we really like doing is the crispy sort of like it had texture to it. I really like that. So it doesn't have to be McDonald's style nugget. We really love the like popcorn chicken style nugget the best. So
they're very good. Crispy.
We're gonna go with that.
We are missing a bunch. Let's do speed run. I'll try not to go off on too many tangents.
A lot of people saying hello. Someone wants you to meet them with all the rabbits that you have.
Wait, what? What is the question?
Yeah, Elsie wants to do a meet with you with all the rabbits that you have. Well, I think I let you know if you want to do a meet or do a purchase, go ahead and go to the website.
No, I don't have the waiting list anymore.
Oh, the waiting list.
That's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about as well. Like we've stopped doing. Sorry, we're skipping out on more questions. I'm sorry. There's
not a lot of questions.
We'll try to get back to them if we've missed anything. But I have stopped doing the wait list. Hello, where are you going? I've stopped doing the wait list because it was becoming really frustrating because 90% of the people that were signing up on the wait list were then ghosting me afterwards. And I just don't have that kind of time to devote to people that are not actually interested. So, as much as I hate it, like, guys, you're going to have to, if you want a rabbit, you're going to have to just kind of stalk me on Instagram and Facebook. Not my personal profile, please, but like my Teal Stone profile, like on Facebook, my page. I'm actually thinking about setting up a Facebook group as well. And it's not going to be for selling rabbits really. It's just going to be like a community that is nice and helps each other with like improving rabbits and stuff like that. We'll see. It's something that I'm toying around with. But yeah, so if you want a rabbit, you're definitely going to have to just like keep a lookout on Facebook and Instagram. I might set up some sort of like currently available like page on my website or something, but I just can't do the wait list anymore. Like at first it was easy. And then I've gotten like, I probably have over 100 people on my Silver Fox wait list, and it's quickly like spiraled out of control, and I can't handle it. So I just shut it down. I'm so sorry. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. But yeah, that is just how it goes right now. I'm just one person. I don't have a manager. It's just me and a full-time job.
I think Logan asked us if we use the meat grinder with the bones attached. No, we do not have a grinder that can do that.
But I want one really, really bad. I want an industrial grinder someday where we can just throw like the whole, well, like not the whole animal. Like I would rather take the pelt off.
For between
but like
15,000 and 30,000, you can get one.
No, you can get one. You can get one.
Or is it 1,500?
You can get one for several $100s.
Okay,
that would do a good job. But like,
I was gonna say 15,000. No,
I would just rather spend that money on something else, like a truck or something right now, or a freezer. But like, yeah, I mean, we definitely want one just because like raw feeding the dogs and whatnot, that would make it super easy. But it's not a thing right now. We just have the little KitchenAid one, and the best way to grind stuff with the KitchenAid one is like with the meat just slightly frozen, not frozen, but like just a little bit hard. Like it works really well like that. What are you doing? She doesn't hold the tips of her ears all the way up yet. I hope that corrects itself, but also I think it's super cute. Thank you.
Someone had a question relating to breeding, and I would highly recommend her breeding series, and it comes in a couple parts on YouTube. but she wants to, or he or she, I didn't read the name, wants to know if there might be a difference in between breeding age for both silver foxes and creams, and when's the best time, really. And I think you answered a lot of these questions in other streams, but
it's the same. I mean, breeding age for Creme de Argent and silver fox, it's the same for both, because they're both 6 class rabbits. They're both about the same size. Creams actually max out a little smaller. Like I think there's a pound difference with senior weight, like on all of them, I think. So if you are showing your rabbits, I would probably tell you to wait until, I would probably still say like 8 months. Sometimes you can even wait until like 9 months, but like if I were you, I would just do like 8 months, or if they're senior weight, I would just try to do 8 months. That's just what I would do. If it's just a brood rabbit, though, I've been doing a little bit earlier, so anytime after 7 months, as long as they're hitting senior weight, then I would do it. But like if it's a show rabbit, I would definitely wait until at least 8 months. I hope that was helpful. It's always so difficult to answer that question because it varies so widely between rabbits and breeders. But that is probably the best general answer I can give.
Jordan says, if I only have 3 cages and 4 rabbits, can I put a little rabbit in with an adult female? You can, but should you?
No. No, because the does will get territorial. But if you have like a mama rabbit and you want to keep one of her daughters, which is what I'm doing with Cassia here right now. Vanilla, not Cassia. Vanilla is currently living with her mother, Cassia, in the same cage. And so I'm trying to keep them in the same cage until after convention, I think. I think that's the plan. Things change daily around here, so who knows. But like, you can keep daughters with moms for a longer period of time. And even then, sometimes it just depends on the rabbit. Sometimes they'll get a little bit territorial, but you just need to you need to watch them and make sure that's not happening. So that is what I would suggest. But with her being with her mom actually loves her a lot. They cuddle all the time. It's very cute. So they enjoy each other's company.
How long can you keep sisters?
Together, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I would probably say, because sisters, eventually they'll get to the point where they want to be bred. And again, it just varies really, really widely. So, I would say probably almost indefinitely, unless you notice territorial behaviors, because sometimes when they get to the point where they want to be bred, they get a little bit mean to each other. So I would just watch out for that and make sure nobody's getting attacked. But sometimes you can keep them indefinitely. But if you're breeding a rabbit, you want that rabbit to be in its own cage. You don't want rabbits sharing cages while they're bred. I hope that makes sense. That's what I would suggest.
What about a small male about 1 month old? Can you put a small female in with him for the time being? I mean,
1 month old, 4 weeks. At 4 weeks, he's probably still with his mom. At least he probably should be, in my opinion. So I would just keep the litter together. I did do this thing just recently where I had 2 litters of 8-week-old rabbits, and I moved them all out to the tractor, and I put them all together. They're all my culls, so I just wanted them to grow out a little bit more. I just put them all in the tractor. They're all 8 weeks old, and they're all fine. They all did really well. There was some weird sniffing going on the first hour or so, but then after that, they've all chilled out. They all cuddle now. They're all fine with it. But again, they're my culls, so I don't want to say I don't care about them, but I'm not on them as much as my show rabbits, I guess. I hope that was helpful. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure if I've answered the question.
You have.
Okay.
And if not, they'll speak up, I'm sure.
Yeah, please speak up if you're no, you didn't. That's not what I wanted to know. If Holly is here, I hope that I have convinced you that you need a Creme de Argent.
Yeah, I answered a lot of these questions. But with 31 people in here and talking to each other, making connections, it's really good to see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of your messages retracted, and I'm not sure why.
I don't know. That's okay. Is it okay to do breeding for 6 months old? If you're not planning on showing and you have, I would say if you're not planning on showing at all, you can definitely try breeding at 6 months old. But just be aware that the reason that a lot of us say don't do that is because when they're 6 months old, they're still developing like cognitively. I think that's the word. So a lot of the times that's when your failed litters happen. So a rabbit will give birth and she won't know what to do because she's so young. Like she hasn't grown to understand what to do yet. So that's again why we usually that's why we usually tell people to wait until they're around closer 7, 8, 9 months old instead, just because like you don't want a litter that doesn't do well, I guess. Like some rabbits will give birth and they'll just let all the babies die, or they'll just like freak out and they'll eat the babies because they feel threatened. So I don't know. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong. But if you're not planning on showing at all, I mean, by all means, you can go ahead and try it. Sometimes you just get lucky and it does work. But that is where most failed litters happen. You breed them too early, and so yeah, I don't know. That is up to you. Thank you so much, Kristen. She says, hit that like button, guys. Yes, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I know.
Destroy that like button.
Smash that like button.
Humiliate that like button. Teach it a lesson.
Teach that like button. Listen, I've been listening to Mr. Ballin on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, he's so funny. He
has
great stories.
He always says to replace the like button with like something really like it. I can't even think of something because it's so random. Like he's a really fun guy though. He tells a lot of like weird stories, like horror stories and stuff like that. I like listening to him. He's cool.
Violate that like button.
Violate it.
To make it scream consent form.
You're so cute, little baby.
Are there any telltale signs that a doe is ready to be a mama, be bred versus not ready? The mood, I guess.
Yeah. Like,
give it a shot if she's not having it.
Yeah, sometimes
light some candles.
Sometimes let's see. Sometimes I read this a long time ago. Like this was back when I was in 4-H. As like a teenager, and I read this thing where it said like if you ever see a rabbit flicking her tail, and like when she runs around, like you see her tail like flick, it definitely means that she wants to be bred. And honestly, guys, like that has never failed me. Like I know that sounds so funny, but like that is literally like, and like she'll do it around bucks too, like mostly. So yeah, that means that she wants to be bred for sure. At least in my opinion, that's what it means. But also sometimes. And I call them gross when they do this, but I'll go pet my rabbits, like, and sometimes my does that are wanting to be bred, like, they'll like lift, like, as I'm petting them, which is really kind of gross, but like, they'll do that, and so they're
just being
ready.
Prepared.
Yeah, they're prepared. So, yeah, that's a couple of things there for you. They get very interested in the bucks.
Ooh. Well, I mean, it was definitely decaf because I'm yawning and don't have any energy. So I got to go to a jam sesh after this. That'll be.
Yeah, if you have to leave early too, that's fine.
I don't. We're waiting on. We're waiting on a guy to get off work so we can.
Yeah, he's gonna go jamming with some friends. I'm gonna be here. Not sure what I'm going to do. I might clean the house.
What's for dinner? Well, it was going to be fancy ramen again until I found out I was doing a jam sesh. So I don't know. What's for dinner?
I don't know. I'll scavenge.
She'll scavenge.
Or you can bring something home.
I can. Really late. Yeah.
Taco Bell.
The box.
I'm not even kidding.
She's not kidding. We both like Taco Bell, but only when they do it right.
Yes. Somebody said, how many bunnies do I have in total at the moment, how many bunnies do you have in total, including bunnies at the moment?
117.
I don't, he doesn't, he's just, no.
84.
He doesn't know, guys.
72.
I don't have that many right now.
63?
Probably not.
59.
I don't know.
58.
Jameson, I really don't know. I don't know how many there are. There's 12 adults. There's 12 adults. There's her, and then there's, I don't know, guys. I really can't do math in my head. There's just way too many to count. I think there's somewhere in the range of 30 something, probably. It fluctuates a lot, and I have a couple of litters due, but like I said, I don't know if Zara actually took, so I'm not actually sure if she's going to be giving birth. But I'm pretty sure that Clove took, so I'm kind of prepared for her to have babies. And you are panting. Are you hot? She's hot.
How do you find out what bred your rabbit is? Well, if you are getting into breeding, if you're getting into that, you probably know beforehand. So I'm trying to imagine a scenario where you don't know what breed it is. Well, unless it was like given to you and nobody told you. I think I'll let her answer the questions.
Yeah. So, how do you know what breed your rabbit is? Like, that's a tricky one because if you didn't get a pedigree, you really can't prove that it is actually a purebred anything. And even pedigrees can lie, guys. But if you find a good breeder, they do not. But yeah, I mean, it can vary. I don't know how to answer that because if you buy a rabbit and you don't know what it is right off the bat, it could be like a mix of things. So it might look like a specific breed, but like it could be just a mix. But if I were you and you just didn't know and you wanted to see something, like see if there was something that looked like it, I would go to the ARBA website and go to the breeds page and see if you can find anything there. I can't even remember how many breeds there are. There's like over 50 now. But you can scroll through the breeds page and see if any of those look like the rabbit that you have. But also keep in mind to keep like look at weights as well, because weights play like a huge factor. So you might have something that looks like a mini lop, but it's actually like, I don't know, like a French lop or something. And those two rabbits are like, they vary greatly in size. So like, yeah. So, I mean, it could be, it's hard to say if you didn't get it from a breeder that told you what it was. It's really hard to say exactly. That was a really long-winded explanation.
And he replied, "It's black. Just that's about it.
It's black.
It's black.
I don't know. It's hard to know." Kristen said, "Friends don't count friends' rabbits or quail or chickens." It is very true. Don't count my rabbits. There's too many. Nobody needs to know.
What breed do you recommend for beginner breeder for showing? Californian.
No, don't do Californian. That's so boring. Do a silver fox.
I think you've deeply offended at least one person in the chat.
I'm sorry. No. Californians are great meat rabbits, but if you want to get into like a heritage breed, get into a silver fox. They're the friendliest breed.
Their temperaments are really good.
They are. That you can flip them all over the place. They don't care. Creme de Argents they're getting there. My stock that I started out with was very, very flighty, but this is generation 2 here, and we are finally starting to calm down. So I'm very happy about that. So I would also say Creme de Argents are a really good starter breed, but also, guys, I'm very partial. Most of my videos have all to do with like silver fox and Creme de Argent. So if you ask me what a beginner should get, I'm probably going to mention one of those two. If it's a child that is going to be doing rabbits in 4-H and you're worried that they're not going to be able to handle a 10-pound adult, I would probably consider doing something easy like Dutch or something like that. That's much easier for a kid to handle. So Dutch are really good rabbits too. I had them for a long time growing up. Hi.
Hi, Ari.
She's so cute.
Hey, BB. The Harlequin breed. Trying to breed back the standard. What are your thoughts on breeding back the standard on Harlequins?
Yeah, so I know a thing or two about Harlequins. I've tried to breed them twice now, and both times it went terribly wrong. So I just consider that a cursed breed for myself. But like, I think Harlequins are beautiful, and I have friends that have Harlequins, so I love them. I just, for some reason, they never worked for me, and I don't really want to do it anymore. I've had 2 bad experiences. I'm not telling you that you're gonna have a bad experience, or anybody in the chat. I'm not telling them that at all. It's just me personally, like something's wrong with me in harlequins. But harlequins, I feel like what I know about them is that like their markings are so hard to like nail on the head that judges almost resort to just breeding by marking instead of commercial type nowadays. Like markings are like the biggest thing on them at this point. So, I mean, if you're breeding harlequins just for markings, then you're definitely going to lose some of that commercial type. And it's a really hard thing to balance when you're trying to work on markings, but you're also trying to work on type, because the best typed rabbits might not have the best markings. So it's a puzzle for sure. It's just like Dutch rabbits, like growing up. Like I said, I did Dutch rabbits. It's a challenge. So if you like a challenge, then I think that is amazing. I think that you should definitely do it. It's a never-ending journey, and you'll probably be doing it until you're like 90 years old. So good luck. I really commend you. I don't think that I would have the patience for harlequins, but I think they're really gorgeous. And if you're breeding to the standard, then yeah, absolutely, that's great. Ronan. He's very mad. I don't know why.
You saw something.
Did you see something that disturbed you?
Oh, yeah, a couple people walking outside.
Ronan.
All right, yeah, anytime I see somebody out walking like this,
Oh my god.
I got to wonder that something's wrong.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look happy. Well, oh, I'm sorry. I scared you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Let's see. What do we got? Have you ever tried a rabbit giving birth on land? I'm not sure what that means.
That's why I didn't read it.
I'm not sure what that means.
I think a lot of your rabbits' births are cage births. So are you thinking like?
Oh, like in a tractor or something?
Yeah, like in the tractor.
Maybe.
I would say no, just probably because we don't want newborns to be lost too far away from the mother, or like prone to diseases that are foreign to them, like on the ground, like coccidiosis.
Yeah, there's people that do colony setups where they do have the rabbits like give birth outside, like in the grass, like not in the grass, but like they make really cool like DIY tunnels, and I think that's awesome, especially if you have like a nice setup for it. But you definitely have to be careful about your rabbits like being on the ground 24/7, like 365 days a year. But I personally have never done that. Someday I think that it would be really cool to have a retirement type of like rabbit enclosure where I would just like be like, okay, well, I'm done using you, but also I don't want you to go anywhere because you're special, so you're gonna go into this field. Like, I think that'd be amazing. Not just like out into the wild, but like an actual designated like rabbit colony of like retired breeders. Like, that would be really cool, I think. But also, if they're retired breeders, I really don't want them having babies either. So I don't know. It's kind of like a thing where I think it would be really cool. So, but I'm not really sure how to execute it. It would be really neat though.
I swear to God, I read that as crocodiles, but somebody said I've unfortunately had to deal with coccidiosis with my chickens. Do you know if this is the same parasite, if it's the parasite, or is it species specific?
Coccidiosis is not zoonotic, I believe that's the word. Zoonotic means that it's transferable between humans and different types of animals. It shouldn't, like, if your chickens have coccidiosis, then they're not going to give your rabbit coccidiosis. But the rabbits, actually, I really should do more research on that. And that's another reason why the video just didn't work out yesterday, because it's one of the things where I should be doing more research. As far as I know, coccidiosis isn't zoonotic, but there are plenty of cases where rabbits and chickens housed together, rabbits have gotten coccidiosis, but I am inclined to believe it has to do with rabbits being in a moist environment, ingesting feces, like their own feces, and just being in like kind of filthy living conditions. Like,
they poop in their food and water bowls.
That's how that's how rabbits get it. That's why when it comes to rabbits, you should always have them in like the cleanest environment possible. So I don't know, but that wasn't your question. That's sorry. You said deal with coccidiosis with the chickens. So I mean, yes, it is species specific. I will tell you guys though that we have 12 chickens this year now. So we did do like a round of butchering earlier this summer where we actually did find a couple of white spots in the liver. It's another one of the driving factors where it was just in my meat rabbits, by the way. It was just like that's why another reason why we decided to lift them up off the ground, because that was enough to be like, okay, well, I don't want this to become like a running thing. Like I want to think that it's because we have more chickens, but also I've heard it's not zoonotic. I don't know. I want to do more research and I want to be a vet for you guys, but also I just don't know. So I hope that was helpful. But yeah, it's just, it has to do with living conditions more than anything. So it's one of the reasons why we've just decided, at least for the rest of this year, because of how wet it has been, like to lift all of our rabbits up off the ground. And I think that's been a good decision. And honestly, I'm not sure if they'll go back down next year. I think it would be really cool to have like a play area set up where we could just put them in the play area, like maybe during the day, and then put them all back. And I know that sounds like a lot of work. It would definitely be a lot of work to like gather up bunnies like every single day and whatnot. I like doing it. I like taking care of them, but yeah, so I don't know. We shall see. Logan says, I need to make stands for my tractors like you have. They're not hard to make. You can, if you want to permanently lift them up, you can just attach hardware cloth to the bottom of the tractor. And then what I did was I just used equal lengths, like pieces of 4x4s, and just like screwed them in like that. And it was really, really easy. Look at her. She's so cute. It was really easy to do that. So, but also if I were you, I would definitely consider putting casters on the tractor. Cause it's much easier to like move around when you have casters on it. So that's what I would suggest. Hi. So yes, it was 4x4s. It was 4x4s. So I was very irritated yesterday because I posted in one of the Creme d'Argent Facebook groups saying, is anybody going to Wapakoneta? Because I wanted to know if like there were any other breeders going. I said, I kind of fudged it a little bit, and I said there's going to be 2 breeders there and 3 or 4 rabbits. And I said, is anybody else coming? We need like one more person to come to get legs, because you need 3 exhibitors and at least 5 rabbits entered in order to win legs, at least for best of breed. And so I kind of fudged the numbers a little bit. And honestly, I will probably have one of my friends show creams for me, just so it looks like we have the numbers. But anyway, somebody asks, like, are they sanctioned? And if you don't know what sanctioned means, it just means that if you show, for instance, if the show was sanctioned for Creme d'Argents, it would mean that points would get sent to the Creme d'Argent Club. And honestly, to me, points don't really mean that much. Like, I could really kind of care less about points right now. I just really like winning legs and stuff. If you win best of breed, it just means that your rabbit won against a lot of other rabbits, and that's a good accomplishment to me. But anyway, I asked if anybody was coming, and somebody said, are they sanctioned? And I said, I don't believe they are. And then he basically just went off and he said, well, I'm not coming for no points. Like, he was just very irritable. Like, it's just sorry, it was just like an old cranky man. He was just like, well, I'm not coming for any points and nobody else is going to be there. So it's not worth any bother to like come and like all of that. And so I was irritated and I said, well, you don't have to come. I'm just interested in creating community among cream breeders, because I have found like the best community among silver fox breeders. Like, the silver fox breeders that I know are like super enthusiastic about the breed. Like, we love our breed. We love showing. We love building each other up. We do, like, there's so many good things I could say about the silver fox community. And of course you get your lemons. but you get lemons in anything. Like there's a lot of breeders that are lemons. I call them lemons. But with silver foxes, I feel like really blessed because I have found such a nice community within them. And so far, ever since starting creams, and I started creams in 2020 at the beginning, and ever since starting them, I have found the most backlash with the Creme d'Argent group of just breeders just not being enthusiastic, putting each other down. I have personally had people call my rabbits trash, and I just decided, I was just irritated yesterday, and I said I'm not interested in points, I'm just interested in creating community. And he's like, okay, well, he was basically like thinking like that's a waste of time. I don't really care. Like I said, I'll be there regardless. Like I really don't care if I'm going to be showing against anyone or not. I'm there to represent the breed. And yeah, it is kind of a waste of money, but at the same time, there's no other way that this breed is going to grow. So I will be there with Creme d'Argents regardless. Anyway, I went off on like this really long tangent on my Facebook page, talking about Creme d'Argents, and I feel really bad because like I want to fix this. Like I want more people to know about Creme d'Argents, but they just don't because they're so threatened, and it's really, really hard to find breeders. And when you do find breeders, it's really hard to find breeders with stock for sale. For instance, me, like I'm hardly selling my stock right now because I'm just calling really, really hard because so far I haven't found many rabbits worth keeping. So it's just really hard to find. It's hard to find creams. So I'm like, I really don't even know how to fix this. I just wanted to like put it out there. And that post kind of like blew up, which is really, really good. So I had like 3 really well-known Creme d'Argent breeders comment on that post and like basically agree with me, saying that yes, we do need, you know, more out there. So with my limited platform, I'm trying to figure out a way where we can like bring more awareness to them. So I'll be probably showing them in more videos, and I really just want people to know about them because I think they're such a beautiful breed and they're so underrated, and they definitely do need improvement because they're so limited. But anyway, so that is just the whole situation. Looks like we need to block somebody. How do we do that? Oh, we can put him in timeout. There we go. So anyway, that's the whole situation. I had to put somebody in timeout because it was inappropriate.
I'll need to check out who that was.
Sorry guys, I didn't see that because I was like talking forever, but I got him. Anyway, is there a secret society of cream breeders? I want to get into them, but every time I search, it comes up with breeders that no longer are in them or that are hundreds of miles away. So Troy, that's the problem that I come up with all the time. And people always come to me asking if I have stock for sale. And I mean, the answer is like no a lot of the times. And I hate that. But there's not really a secret society. And you do kind of have to have like, and that's the problem that I'm coming up with too. I really want to be able to direct people somewhere, because I definitely know what you're talking about. The cream, what is it? The club or whatever. They never update anything. So, and obviously I'm not involved in that. So I can't be of help there. So I really feel for you guys when you say like the breeders are all outdated. Like I know they are. I can't do anything about it, but I really want to change it. So like, with my platform, I'm trying to be like, okay, so how can we change it? So I'm just bringing them to every show that I can. I know of a breeder in Missouri. I know one in Virginia, South Carolina, I believe, and Wisconsin. But the problem with the Wisconsin one is that I only know his name. He doesn't have a social media presence at all. So that's kind of a hard thing to come around onto. So the best thing that I can tell you to do if you're looking for Creme d'Argents is to just go to shows and see if you can find any for sale. Or if you are around one of those states that I just mentioned, get with me on Facebook, message me on my page on Facebook, and I will give you their information. That is the best way I know how to do this right now. I really want more people to get into them. What part of Missouri? It is Mark Nair. He is on the east. Yep, the very east, like on the border of Missouri. I don't exactly know what city it is. I just know it's on the very eastern border. Katie says, is there a difference between creme and champagne? And yes, there is. So creme de argents have this lovely orange base coat. When they are born, they are completely orange. And then they start getting this nice cream ticking as they get older. And by the time they're 8 weeks old, they're almost completely like cream colored. So they mature, their coats mature a lot faster with silver foxes, which I really like because we do pelts and stuff like that. And so most of the pelts that we have are actually creme de argent pelts because they mature so quickly. And silver foxes, you got to wait until like they're 4 months old at least so you can, harvest their pelts. But like with the creams, they're actually ready around like probably around 10 weeks. So it's a lot easier to be able to do pelts with them. And champagnes, I think champagnes are born completely black and then they silver out like completely. So they silver out into, it's almost like a lot of new people get champagnes and silver foxes confused. Silver foxes have white ticking in their fur, but champagnes literally have like their entire coat is like it frosts over, I guess. So the entire champagne will be like a really light gray by the time they're old enough. So what are you doing?
Texting my best friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
Mark's watching the live stream. Hi, Mark and Courtney.
Oh, hi. So anyway, that's the difference between champagnes and creme de argents. Julia says, does anybody know any Canadian breeders looking for some in Nova Scotia, Canada?
Scotia.
Sorry. This whole Canada thing. People are going to make
Nova Scotia. I love it.
I'm sorry. I've only been to Calgary.
Julia has left the chat.
I've only been to Calgary. I'm so sorry. We'll travel to Maine as well. Maine is super close for us. I have a friend. She's not a cream breeder. She's just a silver fox friend. I believe she lives close to Nova Scotia. Actually, no, I don't think she does now that I think about it. I think she's like, no. See, that's a problem. I don't know any Canadian breeders. Like, I don't know any Canadian creme de argent breeders. I know there is a breeder in New York. And you can look him up if you want to. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody, guys, because I really just want creams to get out there. But there is a breeder. I believe he's in New York. So if you want to look for him, if that's close to you, I'm not a fan of him personally, but I am sure that he would be able to give you some creme de argents. So I don't really know how to address stuff like that. I don't want to cause any drama. It's just he's not been kind to me. So like I'm not a fan, but also like, yeah.
I mean, I think the question was, does anybody know any Canadian breeders, and whether or not you like them or not is
it's irrelevant.
Besides the point.
It's
the question was, do you know any? Yes, I do.
I don't think that Maine is super close to New York. That's the closest though that I can think of to Maine though, which is it's not close at all. So I'm very sorry. I don't know anybody. I'm sorry. That's one of the things I'm trying to fix. And if you guys have any ideas how we can actually fix something like that, I've actually started thinking about like, can I like put a directory together on my website? Would that be overstepping the bounds of the Creme de Argent Club? Because it's something I don't really want to do either. But also, I really don't care at this point what people think of me because the club isn't really doing their job. No offense, but they're really not. Like, there's many people that are in the club that don't even breed creams anymore or that won't go to shows unless they're sanctioned. And it's really unfortunate. So, I don't know. I don't care what they think of me because I'm not in the club, but it will get better. I promise you it will get better and we will get this breed pushed out there because we really need more of them. And I love them. And I've had them since the beginning of last year. I wouldn't tell you guys that they're a good breed unless I actually really loved them. So
we'll start our own club.
Let's start our own club.
With blue foxes and harlequins.
She says, thank you. Just getting started with silver foxes this fall. Found your channel while doing more research on them. might try to add a second breed next year. I think it's really good that you are focusing on one breed at first. I see so many people when they get into rabbits, they want to get into this breed and this breed and this breed. And I'm just like, wait, slow down. Like, don't. That's one of the things that a lot of people like. I feel like they just need to slow down because they just get they get really antsy and they want like all the breeds. It's really good to focus on one, and then like if you think about it later, to add another one. And it's another reason why I'm thinking about narrowing down the varieties that I do with silver foxes, just to focus on, the creams and just showing my silver foxes. So we'll see. New York would be 18 hours. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was that close. I'm sorry.
Well, Tiff doesn't, but you might find somebody that ships.
Yeah. And I don't really know any transports that go that way either. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could be more helpful. Logan joined the SF Club, Silver Fox Club, but I still don't fully understand the point of it or how it works. So, honestly, I don't either. If Holly is still here, she would be able to tell you, because she's really been getting on us as well about joining the club, the Silver Fox Club, that is. I think it's mainly for status and points, I think, mainly. So if you go to a show that's sanctioned for Silver Fox and you win something, you earn points. It gets sent to the Silver Fox Club. So by the end of it, they start shouting out the people with the most points by the end of the year. So, I mean, that's the only real perk that I've seen so far. And you also get says on like who's voted in and whatnot. I'm not 100% sure what else they do either, though. So sorry about that. I know a lot about showing, but I really don't know much about that whole thing. We are going to have to get off here soon, guys. So if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and ask away. Katie says, well, it might be falling down the color variety for silver foxes, but still trying to stick to the standard perfection for what I keep. That is what I am currently doing as well. It's really, really hard now because right now I have mostly black silver foxes, but I also have a lilac. I also have a chocolate, and I have a broken, which brokens are probably never going to be an accepted variety, but they're gorgeous and I love them. So trying to like stay into all those varieties while also trying to breed to the standard perfection is definitely very, very difficult to do. But yeah, I am not really sure how long I'm going to keep that up, to be honest with you. I would really love to be able to offer creams to people, but as it is right now, most of my creams are related. And I can't sell, like with silver foxes right now, I can sell unrelated pairs and trios every once in a while. But Brian's on here. So what was I saying?
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, that was unexpected.
Hi, Brian.
My favorite video game to watch of Jameson's, I don't know. Whenever I think of watching a video game that Jameson's playing, I think of Outlast
2.
Because I'm sitting in the corner of the couch with my phone with a walkthrough because we're so confused with that game.
And I sucked at it. I just kept getting killed.
And it is the most terrifying game I've ever seen. If you guys are gamers, if you've ever heard of Outlast, it's the most terrifying. It's worse than a horror movie. I don't get scared for horror movies at all. But like that was terrifying me. It was like a combination of like the music and whatnot. But anyway, it was making me so scared that I was sick and I had to like step away. It was the worst.
So she doesn't watch me play video games a lot, but when like that would be a memorable experience when we both just gave up after one section because it's just like I can't get through this. She can't I can't make it past this section. She can't watch without a headache.
He asked me what the favorite was. It's like my least favorite, but it's my most memorable. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I think we're gonna get off of here. Seems like people are filtering out. My MacBook has a low battery symbol.
8%.
So
we're at we're over an hour, but we really appreciate you guys getting on here and asking questions.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been more of a chill one. I know last time we were more like uppity and energetic. It's been more of a chill live stream today. I promise that I will get you a video out next week. But yeah, we will see. We'll see what happens. It'll be probably a vlog, more than likely. But you'll be seeing more creams soon. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Hit that like button and turn on the bell. I never tell you guys to subscribe or turn on the bell, but There's your reminder.
Physically abuse the bell.
So anyway, I will see you guys later. Jameson's got to go, and I'm probably going to go outside because it's lovely outside. So
It really is.
alrighty. Bye, guys.